Patay ko lang volume. Okay. So, sabi ko, I want to write something about like while walking, doing my walk, no? Doing my steps. Uh, you know what? You need to face, look at the view. And, it's all forest here. Kahit na parking lot. Diba? That's my building. Anyway, so what are we going to do? Well, I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna start my anti-aging book. Uh, know what? I kept on delaying it. I kept on procrastinating on other things, making excuses. Ito na naman, iba na naman yung topic natin. I'm supposed to talk about the anti-aging book, and it's diverting into other matters, procrastination. Anyway, yeah, I'm drinking my charcoal coffee, uh, with ginger, glutamine powder, and of course brewed coffee, fresh brewed coffee. Uh, Now talking about my book. Uh, Actually, I'm supposed to write this down because like it's gonna be the introduction of the book. But since I'm walking and I'm spending time here, walking and doing nothing except for listening to the music and stealing the plants. Naghahanap akong plants na mabubunot ko. Dahil namatay yung rose. Kasi wala nagdidilig. Na-divert na naman. Anyway, you have to look at your thoughts as well, no? Look at me. Observe me. My thoughts are not focused. Kung ano-ano. Pupunta sa halaman, procrastination. Okay? So you have to observe yourself as well. Okay? Now, going back to anti-aging. It's part of anti-aging. Why? Because you need focus. You need focus in life. Without focus, then how can you achieve things that has to be done in terms of productivity and achievement? Okay? So, yon, no? Now, anti-aging book is not only about touching like supplements or touching about lifestyle or touching about diet restrictions or meditation. It's not about intermittent fasting. Well, it will include all of those, but it will include as well the process of the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the energy part of every cell in human being. And of course, we're going to talk about the microbiome. Microbiome is actually the alien part of ourselves, no? It's a long topic, and it's the alter ego intelligence. Do you think the brain is the only part of the body which thinks? Now they're discovering all the microbiome is part of the thinking process. In the gut, in the skin, in the tongue. Okay? Ito mga tao to, hindi mo alam kung saan pupunta. Kanina pa sila paikot-ikot. Isa pa. Hindi mo na po na. Nakapark sila. Tapos ay paikot-ikot. Hindi mo na saan pupunta, putang ina, di ba? Yan, napamura tuloy ako. Anyway, so it's gonna be an approach to the whole holistic thing about aging. Of course, andun yung hormonal, menopausal, sa ano yata, sa lalaki, tartum, whatever. Diba? So, and then what are the symptoms? What are the symptoms when you start do sa menopausal, and then for the men, I forgot that term. No? It's gonna be discussed in the book. Because when that thing fucking starts, your body starts to kill you. Tandaan nyo yun, ha? Hindi normal ang, well, normal yun, it's a process of the body. But what you have to do, pag nangyari yun, you have to counter, balance everything, including hormone optimization. You have to balance the hormones because our hormones are dictating that you will die. So they go on a rampage in your body, creating havoc, and then tigilan mo na yung production ng melatonin. Tigilan mo na yung growth hormones. Pigilan mo na yung melatonin para hindi siya makatulog hanggang mamatay siya. Yun ang napansin. The people who are older sleep less. Because of that, wala na silang melatonin. Okay, the melatonin is the natural hormone which makes the brain relax, and it injects for sleep. No, we're gonna tackle that process as well. No, sleep is a very important factor. Without sleep, you die. Without air, you die. Without food, you die. Without water, you die. Those are the components. Okay, the basic components of living. Okay, without one of those, you die. So, yun. What else we're gonna talk about? Probably, if I start writing the introduction, I could refer to this video. So I would have referrals in terms of my topic. As you can see, my fucking brain is scattered. Okay, tanggap ko na yon. You know what? Sometimes in order to solve your problems, you need to accept facts and reality about yourself. If you will not accept them, then how can you solve the problem? Okay? Before you can go to a solution, you have to identify the problem first. Correct? So, yun lang. That's very important. But my God, most people, even surrounding me, they don't know that. They don't identify the problem. They only react to the problem. That's very important, ha? Pag may problema, ginagawa ng tao, nagre-react. Kawawa naman si ganito, kawawa naman ako. Ano gagawin ko? Ganon. Puros emotion. Pero doing the scientific thing, walang gumagawa. Kung may problema ka, di ba? Parati ko sila sabi, get a fucking paper and a pen. Sulat mo ano problema mo. Then write a fucking solution. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Then, wala na yun. All you have to do is initiate it. Okay? So that's gonna be happening with anti-aging as well. Fighting aging is a very tough process. It's like fighting your own brain. Okay? It's a lot of control that has to be done if you wanna live long. Now, if you don't wanna live long, sabi mo, wala, mamamatay na ako, tanggap ko na yan. Mamamatay ako. Just like what happened, ano ba yan? Yung Knowing, the film Knowing sa Netflix. It's an old film by Nicolas Cage, no? So he went to the parents because he knows it's gonna be the end of the world. Yung magkakaroon ng sun flare big enough to destroy the whole planet. Anyway, so what the parents said was, why do I have to hide in the mountains? If it's my time, it's my time. So that we cannot argue. We cannot argue with people who are thinking like that. But we also have to identify no? We have to identify what makes them think that way. Is that them? Is that their duality? Or it's just the brain and the guts telling them, hoy, matanda ka na, mamatay ka na lang. It's your time. Tama ka na. Because that's a cycle of life. Okay? Why do we die? We die because, well, number one, by accident. Pwede yun. Diba? Number two, because of aging. So that's what we're going to tackle. The accidents, wala ka magagawa doon. Gera, magkaroon ng bubonic plague. You cannot do anything about it. You die. Wala kang magagawa doon. That's act of nature. Wala kang magagawa kung sumabog yung vulkan or mag-tidal wave, tsunami. But you have to be prepared as well. Ako, I'm prepared for tsunami. That's why I'm living here on top of the mountains. Just in case. There will be a global tidal wave. Diba? So, you must know what to do. Paano, iniisip niyo ba minsan, paano kung lumindol bigla ng intensity 10, intensity 9? Are you prepared? Where will you go? Are you gonna hide under the car? Are you gonna hide sa tree? Or, siyempre, tutumba rin yung puno. Open space, whatever. So you have to be prepared for all of disasters. You can prevent the disasters and you can survive it if you only think. And that's the problem with some people. They don't think anymore. They don't think. They go with their emotions. And if the emotions will prevail, it's gonna be the weaker side of you, which will dictate your life. Ikaw yung parati umiiyak, naghihigapos, namamalimos. Yun ka. Yun yung papel mo. Kunyari, di ba sa pelikula may mga ganon? Ikaw yung inaapi, ikaw yung binubugbog, ikaw yung kinukulong na walang kasalanan. Ikaw yon pag weaker side ka. Pero yung mga strong, sila yung nagpapakulong sa'yo. Sila yung sumisipa sa'yo. Sila yung nagbabatok sa'yo. Sila yung ginagawa kayong slaves. Yun yung mga strong people. And they take advantage of you. Especially the big corporations. They steal all your money. Ba't ka magabayad sa kuryente ng gano'ng kamamahal? Pati sa tubig na libre dapat yan from nature. Diba? Pero sinisigil kayo ng Meralco, ng Nawasa, Metro. Those two agencies, Maynilad, whatever. So, tapos pinapakain kayo ng mga mali, yung mga cooking oil, puros processed meat, lahat delata, may preservatives, just in order to feed you at kumita sila. But that's kahit wala silang pakalam, kahit ma-poison kayo. And the vaccination, of course. Diba? In-experimental kayo. Ilang billion kayo ginawang experiment. Diba? Wala silang liability. Are you aware? They're not liable kung mamatay ka. Because pumirma yung kung may mamatay dyan, kahit mamatay yung buong population mo, they're not liable. Pumirma. All governments, not only the Philippines, but also the United States. Diba? Manufacturer. Look at their greed. Look at the pharma. Anyway, that's gonna be included in the book. The control of that fucking pharma. Yung power nila to buy Congress, the US Senate, and to buy the government. And then thinking, pati yung WHO, World Health Organization, in dictating what you should do. Na mali-mali naman. Pag generic, hindi na nila tawag dito ni-recommend because wala na silang kita doon. Anybody can make a generic drug, even ivermectin or vitamin C. Even you can set up your own mini laboratory and then you get license from FDA and Food and Drug, and then it's papaano mo yung content mo, ascorbic acid lang naman yan, then you can sell it at your own price. Alam mo kung magkano price ng vitamin C? Yung powder? 1 kilo yata is only $10 or less. Tapos magkano na binila? Nilalagyan lang ng branding like Fern C, ganun-ganun. Tinataas na yung presyo. I'm not saying anything against Fern C or whatever. Sinasabi ko lang, binabrand nyo lang, may konting dagdag, and then tinataas nyo na yung presyo. Pero the main ingredients is still sodium ascorbate or ascorbic acid. Okay? So, we're gonna tackle the pharma, the stupidity of mankind. That's the reason why we die. Because we are being fooled. We are being lured into something that shouldn't be done. Diba? So, it's a great debate. Alam mo, sa mga university, I listen to because all my facts and basis will be based on the clinical trials of the leading universities, no? Uh, Nangunguna dyan yung Harvard. Harvard is the number one uh, anti-aging center. They have clinical trials. They have a course on anti-aging in terms of hanggang genetic side. You can research David Sinclair. He know what he is talking about. These people know what they're talking about. They've been the leading scientists and professors in the leading universities in the US. And they're telling the truth. And sometimes they get banned, even in YouTube. Pharmaceuticals are suing them because they're telling you what has to be done na agad sa mga ginagawa ng pharma. So, kaya naman napunta na tayo sa pharma. Anyway, going back to the book. Yan, in the book has, I'm walking. I need to reach my at least 7,000 steps, no? Yan pa isa, in aging, you need movement. You don't move, you die. Tandaan niyo yan. Kala nyo, yung hindi gumagalaw, okay lang? You don't move, you die. Tandaan niyo yan, ha? Alam niyo kung bakit yung babae mas tumatagal sa lalaki? Because they move. They do household works. Nagwawali sila, nagugas ng pinggan, naglalabas sila, naglilinis sa mga banyo, ng cabinet, lahat. And that's a lot of exercise. That's the reason the wife, di ba, lives longer than the man who just sit in the office. Except if the man is a construction worker. Pero problema sa construction worker is you're exposed to dangerous animals. Okay? So that's what's happening. Ano pa ba? Ano pa tatakal ko sa book? Dami. About virus mutations. Okay? The virus mutations, that's the reason why we are invaded. Are you aware we are partly, our bodies contain mas maraming virus? And we have bacteria, we have microbes. Bacteria, fungus, virus, name it. And alam nyo ba, mas marami sila compared to our human cells? Are you aware of that? Okay? Tapusin ko to 20 minutes. Are you aware of that? Mas marami ang alien sa katawan ng tao kaysa sa human cells. I forgot the numbers. Dati memorize ko yan. I think it's around 70% microbes, 30% human cells. And those microbes, why do we have microbes? Doon tayo nag-evolve. Doon tayo nang galing. Life came from bacteria and viruses. Yun ang gumawa sa atin. Kahit sa isda. Kahit sa isda, dissect mo. Although wala pa experiment. Kahit yung mga dogs or cats, any living creature, they have fucking microbes. Because we all came from them. Okay? So, ano pa ba? Ano pa discuss ko sa book? Of course, pampaganda. How do you maintain your elasticity, your youth, your sex drive? Meron tayo niyan. May ingredients tayo dyan. Okay? Nawawala na yung sex drive mo, nawawala na yung morning erection mo, may gamot ako dyan. Hindi naman gamot. It's like a powder. Powder amino acid. It really works. I'm telling you. I've tried it. Ano pa ba? So, what else in the book? Oxygen. Kailangan tayo ng oxygen. That's the reason why we exercise. Because we have to breathe more. Yoga, breathing exercise. And then we're gonna also tackle Bhagavad Gita, no? It's the Hindu Bible. Actually, ando doon yung mga anti-aging secrets ng mga tao before. The first civilization which was never verified or authenticated. Okay? Are you aware sa Bhagavad Gita, they know the lives on other planets? Alam nila pag yung soul mo ganito, doon ka pupunta sa kabila. They have planets that exist and they have names for it. It's interesting. I'm not saying it's true, but it's very interesting. You should read it. If there's may Bible, basahin niyo yung Bhagavad Gita. Diyan ang galing yung mga yoga, meditation, asanas, third eye. Diyan lahat galing yon. And mas matagal ang Bhagavad Gita compared to the Bible. Okay? Or sa Buddhism. I'm gonna research on that. Which religious book is one of the oldest? Okay? I think it's the oldest. And even, of course, older with the Quran. Okay? Yeah, it tackle everything about your religious faith. It has to tackle about your life. It has to tackle your belief. It has to tackle about your stupidity. It has to tackle about your knowledge. It has to tackle about your self-confidence. Lahat. And that's aging. You want to live a beautiful, longer life on earth habang nabubuhay ka. If not, kung gusto mo patapon yung buhay mo, nasabi mo, kasi nung bata ako, inapi ako inabuso ko ng tita ko kaya naging manyak ako ngayon, katarantaduhan. O hindi ako minahal ng magulang ko kaya ngayon naghahanap ako ng pagmamahal, kaya nagpapayari ako kahit kanino. Ang inang daming taong ganyan. Kilala ko sila. That's stupidity. Diba? We'll also draw the line between stupidity and wisdom. What makes your brain focus on the wisdom, and what makes your brain focus on stupidity? We have to tackle about that. Wala pa yatang research about it. But I'll do the research. I'll create a topic on that one. Okay? So I'll do a lot of research on the book. It's a big one. It's a big work for me, and in terms of research and everything and analyzation and making a thesis on that one. But ano ba gagawin ko? That's another thing. What's your purpose in life? Diba? May mga purpose-driven life. Babablata ka mo na yung bag ko. Na ano na. Aarawan na. Okay. Here's my coffee. Yan, luya, charcoal, brewed coffee, oregano, and MCT oil. Okay? Yan. You know what? I have so much to share to other people. The problem is, the one that I want to share is not the one wanted by the majority. They cling more on stupidity, foolishness, sexual. That's what they want to think. If they listen to any form of something higher than what they think about, they block it. Why? Because the brain doesn't want to work. Hindi naman kayo yan eh. Yung brain nagsasabi sa inyo, tangina, ayoko na isipin yung pinagsasabi niya. Walang kwenta yan. Yun ang sasabihin ng brain mo. Okay? The brain has to do a lot of things. We have to discuss the brain because it controls you. That's your life. It dictates what you're doing. It dictates what I'm telling you now. Pero, sabi nga ni Krishnamurti, you need to create an observer between the observed and the observer. Mahirap intindihin yun. To cut it short, to make it layman, Kailangan mo mag-create another personality na pinapanood kung ano yung ginagawa ng utak mo at ng buhay mo. So, yun. You should read his book. It's the reality of the mind. Okay? Krishnamurti. He molded me. Anyway, so that's it about what's gonna come with the anti-aging book. It's gonna be kind of long. A lot of chapters has to be tackled. I think that's it. It's already 25 minutes. Okay, walang nanood. But I'm still gonna post this. Okay? Thank you. Paano ba to? How do you fucking end this? You want to stop streaming? Okay.